Welcome to my tutorial series, you guys. My name is Damien, and in this tutorial series I'm going to be teaching you Python. Now Python is a programming language that can be used for many things, such as building websites. I actually made this website here in Python. You can feel free to donate if you want. So the link is actually right here. Python could be used for writing scripts, such as a script to scrape this website to get all the images or all the text. You can actually do that in Python. You could make Python automate things for you. You could do a lot with Python. Now let's stop talking about Python and actually start learning Python. Now to get started, go over to python.org, the official website, and go ahead and grab the latest version, which is currently Python 3.7.3. Once you go through the installation, I already have it on my computer, so I'm not going to do it again. Go down, go to your file explorer, and now you should have a Python 3.7 or whatever version you download it. Once you go there, go to the IDLE. I already have one open. And let's start learning basic commands. Now keep in mind, this is just a basic environment for beginners to learn basic commands. That's what this shell is. Later on I will introduce you to a more advanced shell. But for now we're going to just use this. Now starting off in Python, let's learn characters. Characters are just individual letters, numbers, or symbols such as A, B, 1, 2, 3. I know I just didn't type that. I wasn't looking at the computer and I felt my hands on the wrong numbers, but you get the point. Now let's move on to strings. Strings are just a combination of characters, and strings has to be wrapped into two quotation marks, such as that. That is a string. My name is Damien, and if I wrap it into two quotation marks, that is a string. If I wrap a number into two quotation marks, that number is actually going to become a string because it's in two quotation marks. Now since we were talking about numbers, let's move on to numbers. Numbers are not wrapped in quotation marks. You can actually add numbers, you can multiply numbers, and you can subtract numbers, and you can divide numbers just like in the real world. There are many different types of numbers in Python. Well, not many actually, but there are a few different types of numbers in Python. For instance, you could use this function type to tell what type of number it is. We actually haven't learned functions yet, and we are learning later on in this series. But a function is just a command that you could make to give Python a set of instructions to follow. And then, for instance, this type would just print out the type of number this is. That's one function. So for instance, 0.1, that'll be a function, that'll be a type of number that's a float. Float is just a decimal in Python. Another type of number is an integer, which is just a whole number. This red information just popped up. I just misspelled type, and it's just throwing an arrow, and that is how an arrow looks. So I guess that's another lesson I just taught you. So as you see, this is an integer, a whole number. So any whole number will be classified as an integer, and int stands for int. Now moving on to variables. Variables are just placeholders. So for instance, just like in math, you could assign a letter to a value. Let's put 50. You could also assign a name to a string. You could reassign value, so I could reassign x value by just simply running x again and assigning it to another value, because variables can be changed. And I could change Damien as well. Damien loves Bojangles. Now when we use the print function, Again, we haven't learned functions, but this is another built-in Python function that just prints out whatever we type in to the console. So now if we print out Damien, which is assigned to Damien Loves Bojangles, it'll just print out Damien Loves Bojangles. Now to actually assign, as you can see, that equal to sign actually assigns your name, your placeholder's name to the actual value. Now this placeholder's names can be anything you want. It has to start with letters though, and it can include numbers, but it must start with letters. It cannot include any symbols. And that's it for this video. So in this video you did learn about characters, numbers, strings, and variables.